done, lads. Congratulations. Hi, guys. Hello and welcome to all. Welcome to the start of one of the monuments of the cycling season, the Vlaanderen Classic. It's a race for true specialists, with its narrow roads, cobblestone hills and never-ending changes of direction. This Belgian Classic only crowns a highly talented rider. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The breakaway is losing ground. When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy. The riders are coming to the first feed zone. The race will then enter a more intense phase with the appearance of the first short climbs along the riders' route. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. New hill in sight, the Korte Keer. 1,000 metres at 6.4%. No cobblestones on this hill, though. The riders can take advantage of a well-tarmacked road. Another hill, the Wolvenberg. Only 650 metres, but an average slope of almost 8%. At the top, the riders will be straight onto a cobblestone sector that is 1,500 metres long. The front of the race now begins the ascent of the Berendries, 950 metres at 7%. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
And now the Kappelmuur, as the Flemish call it. 1,075 metres long and 93 metres of vertical gain.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
1.5 minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The riders up front have a 1 minute lead on the favourites group. The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. Here we go again, starting with the Pottelberg. 1,350 metres on an average slope of 6.5%.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
Come on, guys, catch him. He's a danger for the stage win. You've got to ride him down. He's dangerous for the stage.
Now on towards the Pottelberg for the front of the race.
He has no more teammates, and he's driving himself to retain his chances of winning the stage.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front.
He's got his teammates riding because a rider who's dangerous for the stage victory has broken away.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Bunched peloton. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
The race will now take to the final cobblestone sector on the route. It has the particularity of harbouring a hill that sits in the middle of the sector, the Steenbeek-Dries. He's accelerating. There are only 4 hills left to climb. The Tyenberg, the Kruisberg, Oude Kwaremont and the Paterberg. It's the turn of the Tyenberg to be climbed by the riders. Breakaway over. He's accelerating. He's trying to get out. Watch out! Watch out, there's an attack. He's accelerating. Watch out, there's an attack.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Bravo les gars. Here we go, here we go. Allez les gars. Ihr schafft das. Allez les gars, courage.
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton. It won't be long before the riders are at the Kruisberg, the longest hill on the route. That will leave the Udik-Vadermond-Paterberg sequence on which to land a killer blow before reaching the finishing line in Oudenaarde.
He has no more teammates, and he's driving himself to retain his chances of winning the stage.
Bunched peloton.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Come on, guys! Oh, yeah, come on, you guys! Lâchez rien! Allez! Whoa, excellent! Come on, fellas! Come on! Continuez comme ça! Ihr schafft das!
Essentially, you're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
The final climb of the Udik-Vadermond has begun. He's trying to get out. Watch out! Watch out! There's an attack.
Allez les gars, courage! Here we go! Here we go! Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça!
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
Continuez comme ça!
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. A lone rider goes over the top of the Udik-Vadermond. Now on towards the Paterberg. Greg van Avermaet is a top specialist in one-day races. If Paris-Roubaix and the title of Rio Olympic champion are his most prestigious victories, he's also won Paris Tour, Montreal, Ghent, Wevelgem and the Grand Prix E3.
Bravo les gars! Allez les gars! Continue!
He's after you because he must be thinking about the stage win. Come on, don't let him catch up.
the last hill of the day, the Paterberg. At the top, there will be 13 kilometres before the finishing line is reached. Triple cyclocross world champion, the Belgian Wout van Aert is also able to excel anywhere on the road. We've already seen him win individual time trials, as well as stages that finish in a mass sprint. Not to mention his good performances in the Flanders Classics. Only 10 kilometres left now. It's flat all the way to the line. Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
Continuez comme ça!
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Les voilà! Allez les gars, courage! Come on,
The lead rider has 1 minute 30 on the favourites. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line.
Here we go, here we go!
Ihr schafft das! Macht das!
Great stuff, come on guys! Continue comme ça!
This is the last kilometer. Go, go! One more effort. You almost look out of strength. Look after yourself if you want to avoid a blow-up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want an ovation.
Hi, guys.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of the main events of the cycling season, the mythical Paris-Roubaix. With its flat terrain and numerous cobbled sectors, this classic offers an atypical route where a rider's condition is as important as luck if he is to hope for victory. With more than 260 kilometers on the menu, it takes qualities of extraordinary endurance to hope for a win today. The breakaway is losing ground.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
And we're off. The riders are onto the first sector, number 28, from Traville to Inchy, 2,200 meters of cobblestones. The head of the race is onto the first four-star sector, more than 3,400 meters long, and ending in a rising falls flat. Some riders could already be in difficulty. At the end of the next sector, the riders will reach the first feed zone. A few moments of rest before facing the remaining 23 sectors. Here we go again, from Vertin to Saint-Martin-sur-Écaillon. A 2,300 meter sector is awaiting the riders. If the first sectors have already scattered the peloton, the race between the favourites should only start from the trench of Arenberg, a mythical sector that is entered 95 kilometers from the finish. The next sector is approaching for the front of the race. This is the first in a sequence of 3 sectors that will come one straight after the other, making for almost 6 kilometers of road without tarmac.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady. The breakaway is losing ground. In less than 10 kilometers, the first riders will be on to the trench of Arenberg. First key sector for the favourites of this Paris-Roubaix. But beforehand, they will have to cross the demanding Haveluy to Wallers sector, classified as 4 stars. Another 100 kilometers for the front of the race. Tension will soon be at its maximum. With the trench of Arenberg coming up in a few kilometers, now's the time to move to the front. We're on to the trench of Arenberg.
Okay, we'll relay hard.
The first riders are leaving the trench of Arenberg. It's time to take stock of the damage and the forces still present to see who will put his stamp on the race. The next sector, from Wallers to Elem, also known as the Pont Gibus, in honour of twice Paris-Roubaix winner Gilbert Duclos-Lassalle, is 1,600 metres long and is classified as difficulty level 3 out of 5.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The approaching sector, from Warlin to Brillion, is 2,400 metres long. When they exit, the riders will have no time for a breather, because there's hardly 1 kilometre before they hit the next sector. The leading riders have now crossed half of the cobbled sectors. There are only 14 left. "30 seconds lead for the head of the race. The front of the race is now entering the second feed zone. Then it will be the Beuvry-la-Forêt to Orchy sector that awaits the riders. Sector 13 for the front of the race. 1,400 metres. The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometres.
Okay, we'll proceed.
Is accelerating. It's now the turn of the Orchy sector to welcome the riders. 1,700 metres of cobblestone.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
In a few kilometres, it will be another key moment for the race, with the Mont-Pével sector. However, before that, the 4-star sector 11 will have to be crossed.
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Here we go! Bravo les... Ouais!
Sector 11 has begun, 2,700 metres from Auchy-les-Auchy to Bercy.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway is holding off the peloton, but it's going to be difficult. Bunched peloton.
Allez les gars, courage!
Here's a pure rouleur. Make sure you don't leave him alone up front. It will be difficult to catch him, and it's better for him to finish on his own. The race is entering the final 50 kilometres, and the next sector is none other than Mont-Pével. Classified as a difficulty 5 and 3 kilometres long, this sector is often described as an ordeal. When it's over, some riders will certainly be eliminated from the list of prospective winners.
He's got his team riding because he's a favourite for the stage. You should get rid of him.
He's accelerating. The leading riders are now onto a short sector, 700 metres between Mérigny and Avelin.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien!
He has no more teammates, and he's driving himself to retain his chances of winning the stage.
The next sector, from Pont-Thibault to Ennevelin, is 1,400 meters long and carries a 3-star level of difficulty.
He's accelerating.
Macht Dampf, Jungs! Gut so! Gut so! Haut rein, Leute!
Allez plus vite. Allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va.
Courage! Lâchez rien! Continuez comme ça! Lâchez rien! Continuez comme ça! Schafft das! Weiter so!
Come on, yeah! Les voilà!
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints. Bunched peloton.
Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars! Courage!
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
On continue! Lâchez rien! Allez! Allez les gars! Allez! Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars!
Less than 30 kilometers to go now for the head of the race, and another 6 sectors to cross.
He has no more teammates, and he's driving himself to retain his chances of winning the stage.
The next 2 sectors, classified as 3 stars, are only 1 kilometer apart. The riders won't have time for a breather.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. If you continue at this rate, you'll explode.
The riders are now heading towards the Canfin-Pével and Carrefour-de-l'Arbre sectors, both often proving decisive for final victory.
Allez, courage!
The front of the race is now entering the Confins-en-Pévèle sector. The riders will then head straight onto the Carrefour de l'Arbre, the final 5-star sector in the race. Now it's the Carrefour de l'Arbre. With its 5-star difficulty, this is the last sector that really provides a chance to hurt one's opponents. Very often, the first rider out of this sector goes on to win in Roubaix. Penultimate sector for the leading riders. There's only one sector left to be crossed. Will it allow the men at the front to sort out a hierarchy?
Come on, guys.
Lâchez rien, allez. Lâchez rien, allez.
Continue comme ça.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Ouais.
Weiter so, Jungs! Weiter so, Jungs! Ihr schafft das! Macht das, Jungs! Haltet
Yeah,
euch
great
ran!
stuff. Come on,
Macht das,
guys.
Jungs! Da kommen sie! Haut rein! Haltet ab! Weiter so, Jungs!
Allez, continuez comme ça. Continuez
Da kommen sie! Haut rein! Haltet euch an!
Allez, les gars, courage.
Here's the last sector, 1,400 metres from Willems to Hem. When it's done, there will only be 6 kilometres left before reaching the velodrome.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, courage.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometres.
Lâchez rien, allez. Allez, les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage. Bravo
Allez,
les gars.
courage, les gars. Allez, les gars.
Watch out, he's trying to catch up the sprinters.
Five kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory.
Bravo les gars, c'est bon.
bunched peloton. He's accelerating. The race leaders are into the velodrome. Victory will come down to a sprint. There's movement at the head of the peloton. One more lap, and it's the finish.
Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi guys, welcome to this. Hello and welcome to Belgium for one of the most eagerly awaited classics of the year, Liège-Bastogne-Liège. With its very demanding route that takes in numerous short climbs, this monument is the holy grail for all punchers.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. It's the first climb of the day, the Côte de la Roche-en-Ardenne. Of course, it's far too early to see an attack by any of the favourites.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The front of the race is now going through Bastogne, from where the riders turn back towards Liège. There are 150 kilometers left in the race. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The breakaway has reached the very steep Côte de Saint-Roch, 1 kilometer on an average slope of 11%. The riders will then enter the first feed zone. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
The riders are now going through Vielsalm, a town that marks a new phase in the race, because from now on, climbs will come one after the other, right to the finish. A new difficulty along the rider's way with the Côte de Vannes, 3.6 kilometers on an average slope of 5.1%.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The first riders are beginning the Côte de Stocco climb. Only 1 kilometre, but the average gradient is over 12%. After more than 170 kilometres, the distance might begin to weigh heavily on some legs. Next up on the menu is the Côte de la Haute-Levée, 3.6 kilometres on an average slope of 5.6%. Last time check with the breakaway. 1 minute. The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. The riders are about to climb the Col du Rosier. At almost 4.5 kilometers, it's the longest ascent on the route. At the top, there will be 60 kilometers to go. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The peloton doesn't seem to want to let the lead group get away. Some teams must think that there are too many people up front.
The riders will be able to take a feed and have a quick breather before starting on the final portion of the race. And its 4 remaining difficulties: the Col du Maquisard, Côte de la Redoute, Côte des Forges and the Roche au Faucon. Here's the Col du Maquisard. It's probably a bit early for a decisive attack, but the climb could give a clue to the condition of potential winners. The riders will now drop down towards the renowned Côte de la Redoute, where the supporters of Philippe Gilbert gather to cheer the local hero. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometres. With its 2 kilometres at almost 9%, and sections at 20%, the Côte de la Redoute is a true wall. It's a moment to turn the screw or to abandon all hope of victory. The breakaway goes over the top at La Redoute. They've got a little under 40 kilometres until the finishing line.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate. Okay, we'll relay hard.
Allez les gars, courage!
There are 2 obstacles left on the menu: the Côte des Forges and the Côte de la Roche au Faucon.
Come on guys, yeah, come on!
Haut rein! Macht Dampf, Jungs!
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Brilliant! Courage, on continue!
Da kommen sie! Haut rein! Ihr schafft das! Macht Dampf, Jungs! Ihr schafft
Okay, we'll relay flat out.
Here we go, here we go!
Go, guys, go!
Penultimate difficulty of the day for the peloton: the Côte des Forges.
Allez les gars, courage!
Okay, I'll avoid any extreme effort.
He's trying to get out. Watch out!
Brilliant, you're really going for it, Spider.
Da kommen sie! Haut rein!
Allez les gars, lâchez rien, allez.
Weiter so, Jungs! Haut rein, Leute! Weiter so, Jungs!
Okay, I'll follow any attacks.
Mach Dampf, Jungs!
Come on,
On
guys.
continue comme ça les gars.
Here we go, here we go. Whoa, yes, come on,
Allez,
guys.
courez.
Ihr schafft das!
Allez les gars, continue comme ça.
The Rochefoucauld is an ideal climb on which to place a decisive attack. However, it requires a sustained effort to avoid falling away on the falls flat that leads to the descent into Liège. Breakaway over. The Rochefoucauld didn't see any rider make a getaway, but there's still a long rising falls flat on which to edge clear. If that doesn't do it, it's likely to be decided in a sprint. The road is now free of climbs. The riders will soon be onto the big boulevards, and so it will be almost impossible to surprise one's opponents.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Yeah, great stuff. Come on, guys. Yeah.
Here we go, here we go.
Come on, guys!
Super, keep going.
Lâchez rien! Allez! Allez, les gars!
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Allez les gars.
Come on, guys.
Here we go! Here we go!
I love it. Come on, guys. Oh.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
Allez, les gars!
Super, keep going.
Now it's downhill to the finish. The sprint looks inevitable. Moving on to the attack.
Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out.
Go, go! It's yours for the taking. Don't let up.
Allez, plus vite.
Only 1 kilometer left. Go on. Give it everything you've got. Don't look back. You've got it won. Go, go!
He has mastered the difficulties of the Ardennes, as well as his most determined opponents. Here is the winner of Liège-Bastogne-Liège, Wout van Aert!
Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for...
podium is good, but I was expecting more from you. We Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punches. I'm counting on you to manage the time gaps, because we've got the means to win.
Go! We're aiming for victory! Hello, cycling fans everywhere. With almost 220 kilometres in the saddle and a finish over uneven terrain, this stage should throw up an interesting fight for victory. He was itching to have a go. He's already on the attack.
Guys, there's a difficult stage on today's menu. It's long, and there's plenty of climbing inside the final 50 kilometers. You're going to have to keep something in the tank if you want to shine at the finish. Have a good stage. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Time gap stabilized.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez les gars.
He doesn't intend to let you go. There are too many of you. Attack if you want a chance to get away. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. This stage is fairly uneventful. If you think that nothing special is going to happen, you can advance the clock to the closing kilometers. It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton. You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move. The others are fed up because you're not making enough effort. They'll no doubt try and drop you. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The front of the race has now covered a little more than 100 kilometres. And the road will now take on a more irregular look, with notably the first classified climb of the day.
You still have 2 kilometres before you reach the summit. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Before taking on the next climb, the riders will pass through Saint-Léonard-de-Noblin, the adopted home of the late lamented and very popular Raymond Poulidor.
You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. Collective fall. It may create gaps.
The front of the race is in the feed zone. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The front of the race is 10 kilometres from the intermediate sprint.
intermediate sprint, things will really start to get serious. The road either goes uphill or downhill. You're going to have to keep a clear head despite all those kilometers you've ridden. Good luck. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The head of the race has won and half minutes lead on the peloton.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. He's got his teammates riding because a rider who's dangerous for the stage victory has broken away. Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton.
The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front.
Courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Les voilà. Allez les gars, courage.
C'est bien les gars. Allez, allez. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Allez, allez.
Allez, vas-y.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
The front of the race begins the ascent of the Croix de Pays, almost 5 kilometers on an average slope of 6%. Classified as third category, there will be 2 points. And 1 point to be scored for the best climber jersey.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
Riders are at the foot of the Sukhumay, a real 4-kilometer wall where the slope is often over 10%. And the descent is on. Another 20 kilometers to go before knowing the name of the stage winner. There's everything to play for. "30 seconds lead for the head of the race."
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves. 10 kilometers from the finish for the head of the race. It's going to be difficult for them, especially with the short climb to the line.
The breakaway's managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
He's got his teammates riding because a rider who's dangerous for the stage victory has broken away.
Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race.
5 kilometers for the breakaway. With a small climb, a stage victory is going to be complicated. Okay, it climbs all the way to the line. If you're feeling strong, you can try to attack to avoid the sprint. Go! Go!
Breakaway over.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
And here's the red pennant.
1 kilometer. Give it all you've got. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
A few minutes ago, he was first across the finishing line. Here is today's stage winner, Wout van Aert. Congratulations to him. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honours. Here is the yellow jersey of this dog. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honours. Here is the green jersey of this Dauphiné. Wout van Aert. He's in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. Here is the polka dot jersey of this Dauphiné. He's amongst the leading riders this.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio.
Hello and welcome to all. The short climbs that lie on the finishing circuit should naturally eliminate those who are fastest in the sprint. However, a bunch of strong men finishing together is not to be excluded. They're stepping on the pedal behind.
Okay, guys. Today we've got quite a difficult finishing circuit, so don't hesitate to put the hammer down far out from the finishing line. It'll be difficult to organize a chase on a circuit like this. Enjoy yourself. He has provisionally taken the yellow jersey from us. It's nothing dramatic. The stage is long. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez les gars,
Attack! Watch out! He's aiming for the polka dot jersey. Attack!
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez les gars, continuez comme ça.
allez les gars,
Allez les gars, continue là, plus vite, plus vite.
bravo les gars, allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Courage, on continue. Allez les gars,
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Continue comme ça.
Les voilà!
Allez les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça.
Lâchez-toi. Courage,
Allez les gars, courage.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien!
On continue. Allez les gars,
On est avec toi!
Okay, I'll wait for him.
Allez, 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 allez.
allez, allez.
Allez les gars.
Allez, courage, continue, continue. Allez les gars.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
Time gap stabilized. The first difficulty of the day is classified as second category. The riders will share 5, 3, 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. Riders are already being dropped at the back of the peloton. It won't be a great day for them.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up. The intermediate sprint is approaching. It's an opportunity to recall that only the first 15 scored points for the green jersey.
The breakaway is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
On lâche rien. Vas-y.
Allez les gars,
You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done. To increase your lead a little bit more in the points classification. Well done. You've bagged the maximum points available. It will strengthen your hold on the points classification. His teammates are already supplying the pace to finish in a sprint. The breakaway is forewarned. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace. This stage is fairly uneventful. If you think that nothing special is going to happen, you can advance the clock to the closing kilometers. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
The head of the race is at the start of a section that rises for 9 kilometers. The average slope isn't very high, but those who are least comfortable in a climb could start to find the going hard. So we could begin to see a whittling down of the numbers.
Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. You have 30 seconds lead. Between you and the pack.
Last time checked with the breakaway. 1 minute. front of the race will soon be on to the final circuit. The riders will have to cover it twice.
Guys, you're going to enter the final circuit, and you'll be straight onto the finishing climb, so get a good feel for the place.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. The next mountains classification climb is fairly short, only 2.4 kilometers. But after that, the road continues upwards for 10 kilometers on the rising falls flat. That should do some damage on the final lap. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
The riders will pass through San Cristo and Jarez again and vie for more mountains classification points. Then they'll be onto the final lap of the circuit. Breakaway over. We're entering the last 20 kilometers of the race. Another five kilometers downhill, and after that, it will rise all the way to the finish.
Plus vite, plus vite. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, continue comme ça!
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez les gars! Continuez comme ça! Courage, on continue!
He's trying to get out. Watch out!
Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça!
Allez les gars,
Ouais! Courage!
courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Allez les gars.
You're on your way to the top spot of the white jersey standings. It's great. Keep going, kid. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit.
Go, allez on y va.
Allez les gars.
Courage, on continue. Continue comme ça.
Allez les gars. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
We've taken control of the provisional overall standings with a new rider.
Allez les gars. Bravo les gars.
He'll be the new polka dot jersey. He can no longer be caught today.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Continuez comme ça. Bravo les gars.
Allez les gars, allez go, go, go. Allez on y va.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Allez les gars. On continue comme ça. Allez les gars. On continue comme ça.
C'est bien.
Bravo les gars. Continue.
Allez.
Allez les gars.
The last 5 kilometers. Get ready for the final sprint. Make sure that nobody opens up a gap on the overall standings.
Continuez comme ça les gars. On est avec vous.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
Allez plus vite, plus vite. Oui, on est avec toi.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Come on! You must try to be well placed before dropping down towards the valley. Otherwise, it will be difficult to get to the front before the line.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Breakaway over.
Go! 1 kilometer! Give everything right to the line! Leader has buckled. This isn't the time!
A few minutes ago, he was first across the finishing line. Here is the winner of the Saint-Germain-au-Mont-d'Or, Saint-Tristan. He's in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. Here is the yellow jersey of this Dauphiné. He's amongst the leading riders this year. He's amongst the leading
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race... The main thing to grasp...
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Predictions are wide open for the stage. The climbs located at the end of the stage should cause difficulties to the sprinters, but it's unsure whether they'll lose touch with the peloton. We're already on the first classified climb of the stage. There will be 2 points and 1 point to be picked up at the top.
Courage, on continue.
C'est bien. Allez les gars, courage.
The riders have just set out and already there's an attack.
Courage, on continue.
Lâchez rien. Allez. Allez les gars, bravo.
Allez, vas-y.
Allez, vas-y, continue.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Allez, vas-y.
Allez, on lâche rien.
Ouais, vas-y.
Allez, courage, continue. Allez. Courage. Continuez comme ça, les gars.
You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move.
Allez, les gars.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. Guys, you'll be pushing hard for most of the first 50 kilometers. It's uphill all the time, but it will be easier after that. You'll be onto a long downhill section that takes you to the final circuit. When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway. You are 2 kilometers from the top.
Continuez comme ça. Allez, lâchez rien.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez. Allez, courage les gars. On est comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
Lâchez rien. Allez les gars, continuez comme
Courage les gars, on continue.
Bravo les gars.
Allez, on y va.
You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. You're the best placed in the breakaway for the mountain classification. Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen. You are 2 kilometers from the top.
Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars, on
Allez
continue
les
comme
gars,
ça.
courage. Comme ça. Allez. Allez les gars.
You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front.
Bravo les gars.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez, les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars, courage.
Les voilà.
Allez, courage les gars. Allez les gars, continuez comme ça. Continuez comme ça.
Bravo les gars. Bravo les gars.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez les gars.
Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça. Continuez les gars.
Courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
You've just taken the top spot of the climber standings. That's good. Keep it up. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Puncture! Puncture! No, just kidding. It was to wake up the mechanic. Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace.
The race is on to the final loop. The riders will soon be on to the Côte de Talencieux, the first of the 2 classified climbs on the circuit.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. were first over the top of the climb. That's good. Essentially, you're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
The front of the race is beginning the ascent of the second obstacle on the circuit. The almost 3 kilometers of the Côte de la Ciserane, with its average gradient of 6.5%. Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap. The intermediate sprint will be adjudicated on the finishing line in Saint-Vallier. The first one to the line will score 20 more points.
His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The race is entering its final phase. If teams want to cause problems for the sprinters, they're going to have to lay down a heavy tempo on the next climb.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. You're 2 kilometers from the top. The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
You were first. Over the top of the climb. That's good. He's in trouble. It's not sure that he'll be there for the sprint.
Another 20 kilometers to go before knowing the name of the stage winner. One man is first on the road, but he doesn't have much of a lead. There's everything to play for.
Continuez comme ça.
Okay, I'll follow on the attack. Understood. I'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Last climb of the day for the man in front. Once at the top, there will be 10 kilometers to go. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Okay, I'll consume a feed. Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Last time checked with breakaway, 1 minute. The descent is over, and now it's flat tarmac for the man at the front. Unless he suffers a blow-up, he looks well set to win the stage on his own. It's almost straight to the finish. There will just be a left turn to negotiate 1.5 kilometers from the line. He's trying to set up on a counter-attack. Is a tough nut to be making off now.
Allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Allez les gars, courage.
Here comes the red pennant.
The breakaway is at the red pennant. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls. He will climb on. He tops the... We can say that...
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were amongst the outsiders, but you managed to beat the favourites. Well done for this win. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulty. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. As we've got the leader's jersey, we'll have to shoulder our responsibilities and set the pace in the peloton. But the main opponent today is the wind. Don't get caught up.
Hello and welcome to all. Despite the many small climbs on today's route, the sprinters will probably have ticked the stage off, and it's a safe bet that they will do their utmost to ensure that the peloton comes in bunched.
You're off on your own, but given the profile, it's mission impossible. I hope you get reinforcements.
Immediate counter-attack behind.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars, courage. Ouais. Lâchez rien, allez.
The time gap with the head of the race is stable.
Courage, hein. On continue. Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Bravo les gars.
Comme ça, les gars.
Courage, on continue. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez, plus vite.
Allez, fonce.
Allez, plus vite, plus vite, plus vite. Allez, plus vite. Le joli courage, continue.
Allez plus vite.
Allez, 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 allez.
Bravo. Allez, on attaque, allez, on se bouge.
You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. At the front, you're the best placed for the green jersey. You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move.
The riders are at the foot of the first classified climb of the day. There will be 2 and 1 point for the first 2 to the top.
2 kilometers from the top.
Continue comme ça. Allez les gars, courage. Courage, on continue, gars. Lâchez rien. Allez les gars, courage.
You took the last mountain sprint. That's good. Keep it up. You're strengthening your hold on the polka dot jersey.
Bravo les gars.
Les gars, continuez là.
Allez, vas-y, fonce, fonce.
Puncture! Puncture! No, just kidding. It was to wake up the mechanic.
The next climb is classified as 4th category. That means 1 point to be earned for the first rider to the top.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous. Us in the breakaway. You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
The breakaway is losing ground.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
breakaways 10 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
Allez les gars,
Allez les gars, courage.
allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Bravo. Allez, allez, allez.
Allez, vas-y, continue.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. That's good enough, lad. There's no way we can... lose the green jersey today. It's good.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. "30 seconds lead for the head of the race. The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers. We're 10 kilometers from the finish and the peloton is bunched. It left no chance to the breakaway riders. 10 kilometers from the finish, and it's the sprinters' teams that are setting the pace. We're heading towards a mass sprint.
During the sprint, try to stick to the wheel in front for as long as possible to take advantage of the slipstream.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Five kilometers for the peloton. The sprinters have got their team members riding to position themselves and avoid attacks.
Just 5 more kilometers. We are heading for a mass sprint.
With less than 3 kilometers to go, the final sprint is taking shape. The lead-out men are in place, and the sprinters will soon move into action.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
Go, go, 1 kilometer. You've got to give everything in the sprint. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
This stage is his. He was the strong. He tops the stand. He tops the... He will climb. He's amongst the...
We could have hoped for better than a top 10 place today. The podium seemed possible. It's a pity. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. From a strategic viewpoint, it seems obvious that the favourites for the general classification will concentrate their efforts on the Col de Port climb. However, will they give enough leeway to the baroudeurs to allow the latter a sniff at a stage victory? We'll have the answer in 100 or so kilometres.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. The gap with the yellow jerseys melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way to the finish.
Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Com.
The intermediate sprint is nearing for the men at the front. The first man across will glean 20 extra points towards the points classification. The front of the race is into the final 40 kilometres of the stage, and at the same time it begins the first climb counting towards the mountains classification, the Côte Mayenne. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end. The race is now entering the feed zone. The lead group are beginning the climb of the Col de Porte. With its 17 kilometres at an average of 6%, it really is the final arbiter of this stage.
Continuez comme ça.
On continue.
Les voilà.
Allez, courage les gars, allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va.
Allez les gars.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars. Continuez comme ça.
Courage, on continue.
Allez les gars, courage. Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars.
Okay, we'll relay flat out.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Allez les gars, courage. Continuez comme ça.
Lâchez rien, allez.
On y va, on y va, on y va.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Allez les gars, courage.
The finish is classified as all category. The stage winner will therefore pocket 20 points for the mountains classification.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
On continue.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Lâchez rien. Allez.
Allez les gars, courage.
On continue.
Allez les gars,
courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
lâchez rien.
Allez les gars, on continue.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars, courage.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Continuez comme ça. Continuez comme ça.
Bravo les gars.
Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Bravo les
Allez les gars, courage.
Bravo les gars.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Les voilà.
Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars, allez, go, go, go. Allez.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
We've just passed the 10-kilometre marker, and it's the breakaway that's opening the road.
Allez, courage les gars.
Hamilton is riding hard. Stay well placed. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
Five kilometers for the lead riders.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. Less than 3 kilometers from the finish, no one has managed to gain the upper hand. If no one attacks, it will be decided in a sprint. The front man will soon be under the red pennant. The gap isn't big, so he mustn't fade.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
He succeeded in avoiding, we can say that he's amongst the leading. He tops the standing. He will climb onto the podium.
We really messed up this stage. We were aiming for a stage win, and
Hello and welcome to all. Today's stage is promised to a climax, with the ascent of the Col de la Madeleine and a final climb of almost 15 kilometres. Only those who are really comfortable in the mountains can hope to win. Acceleration at the head of the peloton.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. His team is at full throttle. They have no one at the front. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton.
The front runners will soon be on to the first ascension of the day, a third category climb offering 2 points and 1 point towards the jersey.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
Continuez comme ça, les gars, on est avec vous.
Here's the positions over the last climb. For the mountain classification, you're the best placed in the breakaway. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. The guys with you are upping the tempo. They're going to try to manage the time gap. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Given that there's not much happening, lads, I think that I could follow you on a bike. At least now that there's some downhill.
It is a major climb that now begins for the riders, the Col de la Madeleine. With its 19 kilometers at an average of 8%, it is undoubtedly the highlight of this stage.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
You're 1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey. Otherwise, you'll hit the wall.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
The Col de la Madeleine carries an all-category label. It earns 20 points towards the mountains classification for the first rider over the top.
You've got a 1 minute lead over the yellow jersey.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey.
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Allez, on lâche rien.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponent. Being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
Allez, plus vite.
He's chasing after you. You must hold out. Go, go! You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The leader of the general classification does not necessarily have to attack. Depending on his lead, he can simply follow attacks and counter at the very end of the stage. The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
"30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group. We're off. The final climb has begun. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Sei il più forza ragazzi, coraggio!
Continue comme ça!
Non mollate!
Okay, we'll relay hard.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
Allez les gars, courage! Lâchez rien, allez! Courage, on continue! Allez les gars, courage!
Non mollate! Tenete duro! Courage les gars, allez plus vite!
Forza ragazzi, coraggio!
Allez les gars! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars! Continuez comme ça les gars! Regardez vous!
Bravo les gars!
Bravo les gars!
Continuez comme ça! Allez!
Forza ragazzi, continuate! Bravo, bravo!
Courage!
Politico!
Allez les gars!
Tenete duro! Bravo, bravo!
10 kilometres from the summit for the lead rider. The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites.
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
Vai, campione! Bravo, bravo! Non mollate!
The yellow jersey has just joined up with the lead group.
Grandissima vittoria! Sei un mito!
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez les gars,
Continue comme ça!
allez, on y va, on y va, on y va!
Comme ça! Allez!
Understood. We'll stick to the wheels in front, whatever happens.
With 3 stage victories and a 3rd place in the general classification of the Vuelta, Tadej Pogacar was the revelation of 2019 when it came to stage races. He did not take long to consolidate his reputation, winning the Tour de France yellow jersey the following year. Having finished as best young rider on the 2017 Tour, Simon Yates confirmed his potential as a climber in 2018 by winning 3 stages of the Tour of Italy and by winning the general classification of the Vuelta. He's one of the favourites for the race and the undisputed leader of his team. Watch out for him.
He's attacking to catch up.
Only 5 kilometres left for the lead riders.
Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line. being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Bravo les gars! Bravo les gars! Lâchez pas! Continuez comme ça! Allez! Allez les gars, c'est bien! Allez les gars, courage!
Only 2 kilometers to ride for the men in the lead. We're heading towards a sprint.
For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey.
The red pennant for the men at the front. It will be decided in the sprint. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him. We can say that he will climb onto the podium. We can say that he's in sparkling form.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio.